Shanti. Today's Babdada Murli is Babdada say, sweet children, the biggest personality of all in the whole cycle is this Brahma. The father enters him and you have to follow him. Question is, what special virtue of Bap and Dada do you children have to imbibe? Answer is, the Father is incorporeal and egoless, and Dada, although in a corporeal form, is also constantly egoless. While being such a big personality, he remains so simple. On the one hand, this one is the container of Baba, the highest on high, who makes you into diamonds, and on the other hand you say that this one is the oldest of all, the long boot whom the father enters. Both are present to serve you children. You children have to follow the father and serve while being egoless in the same way. Song is Salutations to Shiva. Om Shanti. Whose praise did you children hear? All the children would say that the highest on high is God and that his name is Shiva. It is said, Salutations to Shiva. The people of Bharat know this and they also celebrate the birthday of Shiva. They sing a lot of praise too. You are the mother and father. However, it is just for the sake of saying it that they say salutations to Shiva, because no one in the world knows how he is the mother and father or how he gives the inheritance. This one is a wonderful personality. Shiv Baba is incorporeal. What would Shiv Baba do until he takes a body? Shiv Baba is incorporeal. They sing praise of the incorporeal one. His place of residence is the highest of all. Which place the incorporeal world? Then what is the place of residence of Brahma, Vishnu, and Shankar? The subtle reason. The residence of the world mother is this corporeal world. Everyone knows that the world mother would have to be a resident of this place. Jagadamba means the human world. Jagad means the human world. Her name Jagadamba, world mother, is very good. But who is she? Where did she come from? They do not know anything. From where can they receive her introduction? It must definitely be received from a human personality, whom the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, can enter. Incorporeal souls enter corporeal personalities' bodies. Although animal too have souls, there is no praise of them. Which personality is remembered? Incorporeal Shiv Baba, until he enters a personality, he cannot do anything. Until a soul receives a personality, he cannot play his part. There is not praise of just the personality, there is the praise of personality when a soul enters in it. The Father says, everyone praise me as the purifier, but I too need a human body that I can enter. He cannot do anything without a body, so the Father comes and takes a body. He does not enter in a womb. The birthday of Shiva is also remembered, but they do not know which body Shiv Baba entered or when he came. Okay, he came in the night, but they do not know which body he entered. They remember the lucky chariot, and so it would definitely be a human personality. The personality whom the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, enters is such a high personality. You know that Shiv Baba cannot enter any personality other than Brahma. The Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, comes and creates the human world through Brahma. When Bharat becomes very unhappy and degraded, the Supreme Father, Supreme Soul, enters this personality, enters this personality and and create the human world through Brahma. When Bharat becomes very unhappy and degraded, the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, enters this personality and makes you happy and elevated. Even Shiv Baba cannot do anything without this lucky chariot. Someone is needed. This is Shiv Baba's personality, body. If this one were not here, you would be unable to receive the inheritance from Shiv Baba. Prajapita Brahma and Trimurti Brahma are remembered. They say deity, deity, great deity. Why is the name of Brahma the highest of three? Brahma exists here and Baba enters in his chariot. Vishnu and Shankar are called deities. Okay, should Brahma be called a deity? He is Brahma, the father of people. A human body is needed. It is remembered that the world is created through Brahma, the father of people. So, Brahmins would surely be created through the mouth of Brahma. Therefore, this one is such a big personality, and yet he is so ordinary. He is such a big personality, and yet look how simple his way of living is. He is so egoless. He has come and is here to serve you. Look how he sits and teaches you. What are you studying? You would say that you are studying Raj Yoga. Who is teaching you? The Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul. Little ones, young ones, old ones, and mature ones or are all studying. This is godly college to change from humans into deities. This is to become the masters of the world. He have come here to study and claim the sovereignty of the world. There were no other religions or kingdoms when Lakshmi and Narayan used to rule the world. There was just the land of Bharat. Look how you are sitting here to reclaim that status once again. You cannot become the masters of the world, and Bharat cannot become Shivalaya without you studying this. Shiv Baba is remembered as the incorporeal and egoless one. How can he show how egoless he is unless he enters a personality? There is so much praise, the immortal image, however. It is not that he can bring the dead back to life. You children should have a lot of intoxication that the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, is teaching you. He is teaching you Raj Yoga through Brahma, the father of people. No one except Brahma can be called the father of people. It is not that either Shiva or Vishnu is the father of people. No, only Brahma is the father of the whole human world, whereas the father of souls is Shiv Baba. However, no one knows the father, no one knows his own soul. They speak of a pure and charitable soul and a sinful soul. So, why do they then say, I am the supreme soul? There is so much deceit. You children know that 5,000 years ago there was peace, purity, and prosperity. The Father says, I come and give you all the knowledge. Previously, you did not know anything, and now you know everything. The biography of the Father can only be known from the Father. How can the incorporeal one have a biography? There can only be a biography when he enters a corporeal body. There cannot be a biography of just a soul. It is only when a soul enters a body and takes birth that there can be a biography. Those people speak of 84 million species. The Father says there are not 84 million species. Those are all lies. The Father himself says, I enter the body of Brahma and explain the essence of the Vedas and scriptures to you. Together with that, I teach you Raj Yoga and also explain the secrets of the Creator and the beginning, the middle, and the end of creation to you. Since the rishis and munis did not know this themselves, how could their children know? Therefore, look how ordinary the greatest personalities of all is. The Father is the one who makes you into the highest, on high diamonds. This one is the his container, whether you call him a chariot or an old shoe. He is the oldest shoe of all. When the soul first comes, he is absolutely number one. Sri Narayan would be placed as number one in addition. Sri Lakshmi is also number one. They have taken rebirth. There is first the sun dynasty and then the moon dynasty. In this way, there has to be the calculation of 84 births of taking rebirth. No one could tell you about an account of 84 million births. Because of saying 84 million birth, they have written that the duration of the cycle is hundreds of thousands of years. If were hundreds of thousands of years, there would be many more Hindus in Bharat. However, this population is still less. The deity religion of Bharat has disappeared. No one can call himself a deity because they were full of all virtues. They are not that now. It is now the kingdom of Ravan, not the kingdom of Ram. People of the world neither know the biography of Ram nor of Ravan. Day by day, Ravan's status continues to grow. The world continues to become impure. Having come down from 16 celestial degrees, they have no degrees remaining. Everyone says, I am without virtue, and I have no virtues. Have mercy on me. We were full of all virtues, 16 celestial degrees full. Bharat was at the first and the land of angels. They say it for the sake of saying it, but no one knows about the world cycle at all. The Father says, Maya has made your intellects degraded. However, people have so much pride in themselves. The Father says to you, children, sweet children, remember Ram and you will become worthy of being threaded in the rosary. After the rosary of Rudra, there is the rosary of Vishnu. In the rosary of devotees, there is praise of devotees. This rosary of Rudras then has to be threaded in the rosary of Vishnu. That is, all of those souls go into the kingdom of Vishnu. This kingdom is so elevated. There are two types of renunciations, that is Hatha Yoga renunciation. There can never be renunciation of action. Human beings cannot stay without doing anything. Even if they sit doing their breathing exercises, they are still doing something. They practice yoga in so many different ways. That is not Raj Yoga. That is limited renunciation. Hatha Yoga renunciation. The religion of Bharat is that of purity. However, there cannot be any other religion as pure as that of the deities. You do not have to renounce anything there because souls are pure and they also receive pure bodies. Allow alloy becomes mixed into souls. While the degrees are decreasing, souls become impure. All souls are now iron aged, all are ugly. When people were when souls were pure, they were beautiful. Now that the souls are impure, their bodies are also impure and ugly. The ugly and beautiful one has been remembered. They make an ugly and beautiful pictures of Krishna. All of you are the ones who were ugly and are now becoming beautiful. At first, Bharat was golden aged, it is now iron aged. Baba now sits you on the pyre of knowledge and makes you beautiful. If you want liberation in life, then cancel the bond of vices. Tie a rakhi of purity that refers to this time and when you become the children of Brahma. No one can come here without becoming a Brahmin. You are the mouth born creation of Brahma. Shiv Baba says, people sing praise of me, the incorporeal one. But what can I do until I take a body? I enter this one at the end of the last of his many births. Everyone now has to be destroyed. Establishment takes place through Brahma. Of what? The Iron Age is never established. It is the golden age that is established at the confluence age. The father says, I come at the confluence age for you Brahmins. This is the confluence age, whereas for everyone else it is the iron age. At this time, everyone is in extreme darkness. The Father comes and changes extreme darkness into extreme light. You children know this is something unique. Krishna is a small child, he cannot explain anything. The Krishna soul is in a different name and form in his last birth and is understanding everything from that one. This is why he is called the ugly and beautiful one. Acha, to the sweetest, beloved, long lost, and now founded children, love, remembrance, and good morning from the mother, the father, Bab Dada. The spiritual father says Namaste to the spiritual children. Essence for dharana is become as egoless and incorporeal as Bab Dadas, serve everyone, tie a rakhi of purity for liberation and liberation in life, sit on the pyre of knowledge. Blessing is may you become an avvict angel and bodiless by applying a powerful break and going beyond and gross consciousness. Baba explained, you can put a full stop in a second, even in the midst of a noisy atmosphere all around, and go beyond any gross consciousness. When you have fully applied the break, you will be said to be an avict angel and bodiless. You need to practice this a lot now because natural calamities can come suddenly. At that time, do not let your intellect go anywhere else. Let it be simply the Father and I. Keep your intellect focused on where you want it to be. For this, you need the powers to accommodate and to pack up, and you will then be able to go into the flying stage. Slogan is continue to eat the nourishment of happiness, and your mind and intellect will become powerful. Om Shanti. Invaluable elevated versions of Mateshwari Jagadamba. Topic is God's elevated directions as distinct from all the many types of directions in the world. In the world, there are three types of directions: dictates, dictates of the mind, dictate of the guru, and dictates of the scriptures. This is something to think about. The dictates of one's mind, the dictates of gurus, and the dictates of scriptures are all dictates of souls. They are neither dictates of the deities nor of God. Even when you receive directions from deities, those are also directions from human beings. But deities are filled with all virtues, 16 callistical degrees full. They do not actually need directions from any gurus or scriptures. They do not even need gurus. Gurus are adopted to receive salvation. Those who are in a lesser state than of salvation can adopt gurus. However, in the golden and silver ages, there is no lesser state, so there is no need to adopt gurus there. In fact, the true guru is one God who comes here at the end of the drama cycle to grant salvation to all souls. All others are gurus in name only because no human being can show any soul the path to liberation or liberation in life. Deities have also changed from human beings to deities, but it is not that they have a third eye or that they have four arms. People think that deities are different to human beings. Yes, they are different, and that is because they are 16 callistical degrees full. They were very pure, their sanskars were very pure, but they were human beings like human beings. When human beings have divine virtues, they are called deities. We are receiving these directions from God, so we are not following human dictates or the dictates of Guru. We are following God's directions. Definitely, God's directions are elevated compared the dictates of souls. Acha, Om Shanti.